example for the dose and TWA for noise. And we're only doing one employee because there's no reason to do three, considering the fact that you're going to be doing exactly the same thing. So we just are doing one example with an employee who works an 8-hour shift, was monitored for work in different areas of a facility that's using, and they used calibrated noise uh, dosimeters. The results are summarized as follows. So for 3 hours, this employee is in an environment where the dosimeter reading is 82.5 or dosimeter. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. 2 hours, 80 dBAs, which is your decibel. 2 hours, 83, and then 1 hour, 94. So we are going to use the link that's in the instructions, and that's right here, to where we can look at Appendix A to find out how to do the calculation. So I'll show it to you. Um, if I go here, it will pop up and you will get this appendix. This is Appendix A. This is the formula to calculate the dose. You have to calculate the dose first. Okay, and when you do, you're going to look up the answer here. You can do the table, it's so much easier. So, I mean, there's a formula to calculate the t value because it's really 100 times the c value, which is the number of hours divided by the t value. Well, here's all you have to do. Look up the decibel, which is on the left, and then look at your t value, and then you're going to put that in this formula. But I just wanted to show you. So you're going to use first table G-16A, and you may be able to use table A-1. This formula right here is the denominator, the t value that you would have to calculate if you wanted to, but why when you can just look it up in the table. So that's that. So let's go ahead and look at the formula again. So we have to calculate dose first. You can go into this website like I just said. And what you're doing is you're going to multiply 100 times all these values in here. This is C sub 1 divided by T sub 1. That sub 1 or subscript 1 just means the first value, the second value, the third value, etc. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. And what we do is we take our, and the T value is this formula right here. But again, just using the table would be so much easier. Okay, so we're going to go to the table. Now, notice that our numbers, we have 4 different monitoring times for an 8-hour shift. The first one is 82.5. The second one is 80 decibels for a 2-hour period, 83 for a 2-hour period, 94 for an hour. But the 3 hours is got a 0.5 going on right here. So what do we do with that? Okay, using the table, and I tested this, so it's really close and it's not worth doing this formula right here just to calculate the denominator because this is calculating this. The C is the number of hours. Okay, so let me show you what we do. You take, and I'm going to show you the table, but it tells you right here. You're going to take, if it's 82.5 decibels, right? You're going to take the 82 value, T value, and the 83, and you're going to add them together, which becomes 45.4, then divide them by 2, because that would be the halfway point, which is showing that answer. And it's approximately 22.7. When I did the old-fashioned way, it was 22.6, but we're talking about a tenth. So anyway, so that's what you're doing. You're taking these two numbers, because 82.5 would be right smack dab in the middle, right? So you're just going to take 24.3 plus 21.1, add them together, divide by 2, and you're going to get that 22.7, which should be acceptable. Okay, so once you do that, you look at the other one. So that was the only one that you had to kind of do that little math here. Now the 2 out, so the next one is 80 dBA. So we look and it's 32. Let me erase this so you can see it. See the 80 right up here at the top, 32. And then the next one is 83, and you see that's 21.1. Check. That is going to be 4.6 right here. Okay. So once we have that, now we can take this information and calculate our dose. So the first one is, remember, it's the the number of hours divided by the t value. So the first one was 3 hours. Okay, so it's 3 hours divided by the 22.7, then the 2 hours divided by 32, as you see here, 2 hours divided by 21 right here, and then 1 hour divided by the 4.6. So then I went ahead and wrote down the answers to each of these, doing the division individually. Okay, all right, then I just added them together and it became 0.50683, etc. Multiplied it by 100 to get that TWA of 50.68. Okay, so that's that dose value. Now, if you go to table A1, let me go to that. Let me find that real quick here. Table A1 is directly below the first table. These are all in the dose values are right here, as you can see. So if you don't have the exact number, like we didn't, we had 50.68, that's 85. The TWA is 85. So really, and the instructions say right up here that if it's greater than or less than, then you need to use the formula right. Where is that formula? I think it's right below it. Sorry about the scrolling. No, it's right above it somewhere. Well, here's the formula. Let me just show you in the example. Here's the formula that I put up earlier right here. Okay. So, oh, here's the TWA formula. I thought I'd written it out. Okay, so here it is. Oh, here it is right here. Here's the formula for calculating the TWA. Once you know the dose, here's the dose. So I plugged it in, 50.68. And when you're doing this problem, you're going to type 16.61 times, and then you're going to press the log button. Log 10 just means press the log button. And when you do that, it automatically will have a parentheses. So then you're just going to go 50.68, use your division symbol, 100, close parentheses, press equals, and then plus 90. And so this whole part right here was this negative 4.90. Then I added 90, 85.1. Notice that my 50.68 dose is very close to this one, the 50 right here. The TWA is 85. So you have to do that for all of them. And if you go to, for all three workers in your problem, and if you go to this right here, your study guide for Unit 6, it tells you, I lost my place here. It tells you right in here, at this section right here. Let me take a picture so I can highlight it. It tells you that an 8-hour period, it used to be 90 dBAs for the TWA was acceptable, the general industry. But they've changed it, and now it's down to, I believe, 85, and that's what it says. The current recommended exposure limit should be only 85 dBA for this total weighted average. Okay, so the rest of the information you have to kind of answer yourself, but I just wanted to show you how to do the calculation in step by step, and go to the table. If you go to this link to help you.